Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hope y'all are feeling good today. Hope y'all are happy. And let's just jump straight into it, man. If you're new to the channel, this is a wee channel, okay? So if you're under 18, don't try this at home, okay? This is for adults. So let's pick the nug of the day and get started. So if you guys are new to the channel, just check out my previous videos. I have some nice content there. And in my previous video, I was watching the latest Big List Show episode. I think it's about, no man, I know it's about Clarence. And they interviewed him. And it turns out that he's actually like a producer of the Big List Show, you know what I mean? Which is hilarious, man. I think it's hilarious. Because like, you think Uguti Clarence is just like a background character that they use as a punching bag, you know, and as like a comedy quip. But he's actually like the main guy, right? He's the producer. Damn. So like they're interviewing Clarence, and he elaborates how he tells everyone to like treat him badly. It was all his idea to be treated the way he was treated, man. Because like, I don't know what he was trying to portray, but he wanted people to like have an underdog to love, you know what I mean? And I think that's genius of the creator to like make such a fourth wall episode, you know what I mean? Or it's like a fifth wall, I don't know, man. But I've never seen any type of television show that does that, you know what I mean? Damn. And they even showed some bloopers, bro. They showed bloopers of like the Chuma Island scene when they were diving out of the plane. And Clarence says that they used the green screen. Oh Jesus. Yeah, man. So like, if you guys don't know that episode, go check it out on YouTube. Yeah, man. So let me just grind up this weed a little bit more and we'll get started, man. So today I want to talk about how I got caught, man, with weed, you know what I mean? The first time I ever got caught with weed. Oh, that was a bad time, man. That was a terrible time for me, bro. I was like doing the 11th grade, and I've been smoking already at that time for like a year. Cause like I started in the 10th grade. So like when they caught me out, I already had like a year under my belt. So I thought that I was like a professional, you know. I got sloppy with my hiding places, you know. I started hiding my weed in my shoebox, which is such a rookie move, you know what I mean? If your parents are looking for anything in your room, that's one of the first places they're gonna look, you know, the shoebox. So if you guys are like young stoners and you haven't gotten caught yet, don't put your stuff anywhere near your room, bruh. Just put your stuff somewhere else, man. Like, the further the better, you know what I mean? I would actually advise you guys to like keep your weed in the attic, or keep it like, I don't know, man, just keep it far, you know. But in my experience, I've always found out that every stoner gets caught with weed, you know what I mean? It just happens. Every stoner has a story of them getting caught with weed, you know. It's just a legendary thing in the stoner community, you know. And excuse me for a moment. So my parents, I don't know what actually made them suspicious that, hey, I'm a stoner now, you know what I mean? But they got suspicious. Like, they started a whole investigation, man. They took my phone without me knowing. You know, I thought I was in trouble because like they just took my phone without any context. So I'm waiting in my living room, sweating bullets, you know what I mean, wondering what I did wrong, why is there such a an intensive investigation against me. So they finally call me in their room, you know what I mean? So I get in, and my phone, sure enough, is on their bed. They're both sitting on their bed, you know, relaxing on their cushions. And my phone is on. And you can see that they were searching through my gallery and my WhatsApp, you know. But they start asking me questions about my friends on WhatsApp, you know what I mean? So like I knew that they found something on WhatsApp. So I told them straight up that, hey man, I have this best friend, Lesego. Because like I knew that if it was a conversation about weed, it was that guy, you know. So I just wanted to like tell the truth and like set myself free a little. So they're like, yeah, this guy Lesego, we saw that you guys chat about weed and things like that, you know. But they didn't say it straight. They were like, no, I can see that you and Lesego are good friends. Where is he from? So, you know, they're asking these questions. So I can see that, no, they definitely know something. But they brush it over and they open up the gallery. You know, they look at my photos and they see a lot of psychedelic art, you know what I mean? So they ask questions about that, you know, and South African culture is not much of a hippie culture, so they were very surprised to see that. Cheers. So I had this particular psychedelic picture on my phone. It was like a tesseract, type of a tesseract. You know what I mean? So like when you look at it with your eyes, it gives you like a visual illusion. It's like the picture's moving, but it's not moving, you know. So my dad points at it, and he's like, "What's this? Why does it make my eyes, you know, feel this way? You know what I mean? What's going on here?" I'm like, "No, Dad, it's just art. You know what I mean? It's art." So he brushes that over and he scrolls to one of my pictures, and sure enough, guys, I have a picture of weed. I was very sloppy, man. I was fucking sloppy. So it's not just a picture of weed. It's a picture of like a goddess, a weed goddess, you know. So it's like a female body covered in weed leaves. So they point at this, they're like, "Dude, what's this, man? What's going on with you, bro? Like, why are you changing on us? You're scaring us with all of these pictures on your phone, man." And at that time, my whole family was like deep into the Mormon religion, and one of their commandments is like not to worship upon an idol. So they're like, "These are idols on your phone," but I'm like, "Why are you worshiping gods and goddesses?" I'm like, "No, Dad, it's not like that. You know, it's just art." So they're like, "Okay, if it's just art, what did you find in your shoebox?" And just like that, my jaw drops and my heart stops beating. I'm like, "Fuck, you know everything." So they're like, "Go fetch what's in your shoebox." I'm like, "Shit, man. Do I hide my stuff?" I'm like, "No, man, there's no use. They've already been in my shoebox. Like, these guys have been all over my room. They've been through everything." So I fetch my shoebox. And I kept my weed like in my wallet with my rolling papers, and I shoved my wallet in one of my shoes, you know. So I'm taking out my wallet and I'm showing them everything that's in my wallet. They were like over 7 empty weed bankies, you know what I mean? Like these gram bags, you know, those tiny gram bags. Over 7 of them in my wallet at that time. So my mother's like, "What if this guy's not just smoking weed? What if he's selling weed?" Shit, man, now it's going up a level. Hey. So they're searching through my wallet and they find like a box of rolling papers and it's empty. You know, so they're like, "Dude, you went through 32 pages of weed," because like it writes the pages of weed. I mean the pages of Rizzlers inside the box, you know. they're like, dude, it's impossible for you alone to finish 32 joints, you know what I mean? You must be selling weed. So now it's my word against two adults, you know what I mean? Like, two adult minds will always overpower one teenage brain, guys. That's why I'm saying weed is not for kids, man. Do this when you're an adult. So like I'm trying to like build up my case here. Then they're like, I'm sorry, man, like we can't believe you because this is not a confession. You know, you didn't come to us and confess. This is you trying to get out of trouble, so we can't believe you. So my dad is like, you are a drug dealer and you're breaking the law, so we're taking you to the officials. You're getting arrested tonight. It's a citizen's arrest. So they're like, go fetch your sweater because like you're sleeping in the cell tonight. Shit, man. And my stoner teenage brain, of course, believes them, and I start breaking apart inside. You know, I start thinking about my future. I'm like, damn, man, I'll have a criminal record. Like, my life is over. My whole family will think that I'm a criminal and shit. And in my mind, it's just over, you know what I mean? So I put on my sweater and I walk into the living room, and like my siblings are there. You know, they got briefed on everything by my parents. They got the light version. So my parents are telling them that, hey dude, your brother is breaking the law, so we're taking him to the police station to get arrested. And immediately my sister starts sobbing, guys. Yo, I remember her crying and begging and pleading from my dad, you know. But my dad was adamant. He was like, no, if we let him do this, it shows that we don't love him, you know. We have to do something. And sure enough, man, I get in the car. My siblings get in the car. My mother gets in the car. My dad gets inside. And we're off to the police station, man. And during the journey, man, while we're on the route to the police station, I'm just thinking to myself, is this how it ends? Like, is this how my life just crashes into oblivion? And I can't believe it, you know. I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked that this is all happening in a space of 45 minutes, you know. 45 minutes ago, I was like watching TV, relaxing, chilling, and now I'm on my way to like the police station. Shit. So we get there, and my dad gets out first, and he says, everyone stay inside. So now it's me and my mother. And I'm not the only one freaking out. My mother's freaking out, but she's keeping it inside. She's staying strong for me. But without my dad, she just crumbled, and she starts yelling and screaming. She's like, Natty, dude, are you insane? Yeah, are you insane? Yeah, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to us, man? Why are you such a problem child? Like, we would never suspect such a thing from you. Like, you're the good one. Why are you throwing all of this away? You're throwing your future away. You're throwing your life away. You know, and while she's saying that, she's just reaffirming my fears, you know. She's just reaffirming all the negative thoughts that were just spiraling in my mind. And I'm silent. I can't answer her. So she slaps me across my face, and then she says, say something, man. Like, say something. You can't just keep quiet. And she snaps me back into reality, and I start apologizing, man. Like, I start apologizing, and I'm just saying sorry, man. I'm just trying to like make the best out of a terrible situation, you know. So she calms down, and I calm down, and it's just tense inside the car, man. You know, before all of this happened, you know, before my mom freaked out, My sister was calming herself down with social media, she was scrolling through Instagram. My brother was playing games, but after this whole argument, it was just tense, man. They switched off their phones and it was tense. Like reality struck all of us, man, like a break. So my dad walks back after what feels like an eternity, and you open the driver's door and he says, "Come here." So I come out the passenger door, and I walk with him, and it's a short walk, So we turn around the corner, and there's the staircase leading into the sergeant's, the magistrates, whatever that desk is, where you make complaints. And there's a bench where the criminal sits. So my dad says I should go sit on the criminal's bench, and he starts talking to the guy, man. And the police officer says, "Follow me." And now like he's unlocking the first door, which like legit looks like a prison door, like it's a barred door. So he opens it up with a huge key, and let me just take a rip, man, because like it's going deep now. It's going deep, man. So I walk through the threshold. My father is behind me. I'm following the police officer, man. And I can see the jail. Like I can see the holding cells where the prisoners sit for their trial before they go to prison, And I can see these prisoners inside staring at me with a sense of disappointment that such a handsome young man is throwing away everything. And reality struck me twice, man. Like it struck me even harder that, hey man, I really fucked up here. And we're passing all of these cells, but like we're not stopping on one of them. We're going right at the end of the passage, and that's where the sergeant's office is. So we enter the sergeant's office, and apparently my dad knows the sergeant. He knows the captain. It's this fluffy looking man. He doesn't look friendly, but he doesn't look menacing, he looks reasonable, like a man of the law. So I sit down at his desk and my dad sits next to me. This is when I start cooling down, because like I can see the situation is under control. Like it's not as bad as I thought. So my dad starts talking to the sergeant, and the sergeant starts asking me questions, investigating me, and that's confidential. But basically I just told him that I'm not a drug dealer, and he believes me, and he starts telling me that, hey, there's worse things that happen in the streets. People get raped, people get stabbed, people overdose on drugs. My dad just wanted to make sure that all I was doing was weed, So my dad got me scared enough to a point where I would just spill anything and everything, And the captain knew this. So I'm not sure if he was in on this from the beginning. Damn, adults are geniuses. Like my parents are geniuses, guys. They are Picassos. They are Leonardo da Vinci's, man. Like they are genius, man. It's like everything was staged, but it was so perfect because like I learned my lesson very thoroughly, you know what I mean? So we start walking out of the prison, and I can't believe it. I start praying and thanking God that, hey man, I'm not arrested. And we drive back home. And an hour passes by, they buy us KFC. Now I'm eating KFC like a good boy. And I'm about to sleep, and before I lay my head on the bed, I start sobbing, I start crying, And I went to my parents and I apologized, but they said that, no, dude, don't feel sorry for yourself because you put yourself in this position, and then we're not going to feel sorry for you. It's time for you to grow up and start making the right decisions. You know what I mean? So yeah, it ended like that. But the worst part of it is that in the same year I got caught with weed, marijuana got legalized in South Africa. And I remember it was